Music from Ghana there, and very appropriate because there is a Ghanaian connection, a strong Ghanaian connection with The Crossing by Tangle Theatre, which was written by Esther O Toole, director Anna Coombs, and they're starting, that is, they being Tangle Theatre, a tour around parts of Britain at the Bike Shed in Exeter this week. And I'm hoping at the end of the phone now we have Anna.
That's right, I'm here.
Great, Anna, and you're the director of Tangle Theatre.
I'm the artistic director of Tangle, just Tangle, and also the director of our production, The Crossing, which we're really pleased to be opening in Exeter on Monday.
That's great, and you have performed it already, I gather. In London, was that?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
So you have performed The Crossing already, I gather.
We actually started work on The Crossing back in 2009 in a small room in a theatre in Truro, Cornwall. And it's been written by Esther O Toole, who actually wrote the play in Devon. And it first started its life with a large group of West African actors who came down to Cornwall to work with us on the play. And since then, Esther's worked very hard to develop the show, and it's now an authentic bilingual script in English and Twi with a cast of 3.
Excellent.
But it really began its life in the Southwest, and of course Tangle as a theatre company was also founded by me when I lived in remote West Cornwall, where I lived for 8 years. We're really proud of the show, and we performed it for 2 nights at Nottingham last summer, where it played to sell-out houses and 5-star reviews. And on the last night, we actually had a queue round the block of people who wanted to get in and couldn't. So We're hoping that the community of Exeter will also come to support us.
I'm sure they will.
What's particularly special about Tangle is it was founded as a theatre company which is all about sharing and celebrating what we can do as a community of people from all over the world, because this is such a multicultural country. And all our productions are in several languages, and all our work is about reaching out to people and saying, hey, we've got these great things. What can we share with you? What do you know? What do I know? Where are you from? Where am I from? So it's all about, through art, creating a community where people respect each other, talk to each other, and can learn about each other in a way that's productive to society.
Well, I think it's very appropriate that you're on the Respect Show, which is linked, of course, with the Multicultural Festival Respect in Exeter.
That's right.
You know all about this.
We do, and it's absolutely brilliant. And our show, The Crossing, is an all-Ghanaian piece. So the acting company are all Ghanaian. And, of course, it's one of the first Ghanaian pieces of work made in the UK. And we've all been talking about Respect. We're really sorry that we're not going to be able to come and make the show when Respect is on in June. But we would really love it if some new friends could come and see the show and meet us and talk to the actors, and we can find out a bit more about each other. It's a cracking piece as well. Yeah,
great. And very soon, Anna, we're going to hear from Esther, who wrote this a little bit more. But could you just go backwards a little bit and tell us about some of the other projects you've been involved in with Tangle?
Yes, of course. The Crossing is our 4th production. In 2009, we did a production of the morality play Everyman with an entirely Caribbean and Nigerian cast. And that took place in Taunton in Somerset, and we actually won a TMA award for that show. We then commissioned 6 new plays, all about water, called A Drop to Drink, and they were performed in London by an acting company from across Africa in 7 languages, including Zulu, Xhosa, Gaelic and Welsh. Wow. And we did The Crossing, and then at Christmas we did a piece called Vanuvise, which was a version of the King James Bible, and that was translated and performed in English, Shona, Siswati, Kinyarwanda, and it toured around Somerset before coming to the Africa Centre in London. But as well as doing shows, we also do an awful lot of projects right across the southwest, from Cornwall through to Devon, Somerset and Wiltshire, which encourage professional artists, young people, communities, anyone really to interact with our company and to learn something about different cultures through doing workshops or doing events or taking part in visual artwork. We work a lot with the visual artist Yinka Shonabare MBE. He created the installation on the 4th plinth in Trafalgar Square called Nelson's Ship in a Bottle. And that was all about the relationship between Nigeria, where Yinka was born, and London, where he now lives. And our work is very much about building bridges between cultures and finding exciting ways to celebrate those. We have an ongoing education programme which rolls out across the Southwest, a big research project called Everything Matters. We do masterclasses, mentoring, and all sorts of things in a part of the country where there's very little opportunity to access and work with people from other parts of the world.
Sure. Well, it's wonderful to hear about Tangle. And have I got it wrong calling it Tangle Theatre? You just call yourself Tangle?
Yes, it's just Tangle, but
right,
we are
I
a theatre company, so you got that bit right.
OK. Well, thank you very much, Anna, and I'll really look forward to coming to see The Crossing on Wednesday.
Oh, we look forward to meeting you. That's brilliant. I'll pass you over to Esther now.
Great, thank you.
OK.
Esther,
hello,
are you
Martin.
there now? Hello, right.
Hello.
We've heard a bit from Anna about Tangle and a little bit about The Crossing, but you're the person who wrote The Crossing, so can you tell us about the start of this? You know, what prompted you to write The Crossing?
Yeah, thanks for having us, Martin. We're really excited about coming to Exeter. I actually started writing the play while I was living in Beworthy, would you know. It was prompted by a brilliant photojournalistic report by a French guy who actually travelled with an illegal migrant, from Cameroon all the way to Paris. And the visual pictures that he produced from that were made such a dramatic impact on me. I wanted to know more about it. And I started developing the piece with Anna while she was in Cornwall. And it was basically, it went through different metamorphoses. And the play that we now have is about 3 Ghanaian men who travel from Accra in Ghana overland through Africa by hook and by crook. And get a boat to try and land themselves in Italy and get in by the back door, if you like. And the play is about kind of really finding the people behind the news, because the news is kind of very easy to dismiss in a way, and it's not a pity play. It's about, really finding out what their ambitions are, how, where are the similarities with what they want and what we want, how we kind of inadvertently influence people's choices to come here. And it's a bit of a roller coaster, it's a dangerous journey, it's an exciting journey. They make friends for life across the way, there's a lot of laughs in it. And I chose in the end to have Ghanaian characters because of the links with England historically, because English is also their major national language, and then we were able to combine in, thanks to our fantastic Ghanaian cast, we really worked on the language together to make it really authentic, and think about when they would be using their dialect and when they would be using English, to make sure that they weren't spotted as people who didn't belong in the other parts of Africa that they find themselves in. So it's kind of making something that we only look at from the point when immigrants arrive in our country. Usually we kind of look at it from an insider's point of view. It's about turning it on its head and making a bit of a thriller out of it and making it exciting to watch.
And with a Devon-based writer and a Cornish director, you're sort of bringing it back home in a way.
Absolutely, and in fact, one of our actors who finally got cast, who was also with us in Nottingham, he spent part of his youth in Exeter, and Kwaku Boateng would like to shout out to all the old boys at St Thomas's.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so there's really strong connections with the Southwest, and we're so glad that we can play to a community we know will be welcoming of us.
I'm sure they will, and it's a great place, the Bike Shed Theatre.
Yeah, lovely, and they've just been so supportive. And it starts on Monday at 7:30. In fact, for your listeners as well, they can get £6 tickets on Monday if they quote Monday when they book.
Uh-huh.
So, yes, we're big fans of Phonic when I used to live down south.
Right. So,
yeah, so we really hope, come along and support us. It's about developing new talent as well, the actors, and, I've been really fortunate to have this kind of support at this stage in my career. It is my first full professional production, and it's been tried and tested. We can pretty much guarantee a good night in the night out, yeah.
Excellent. Well, as I said to Anna, I'm looking forward to coming along on the press night on Wednesday.
Oh, fab.
Yeah.
I'll look forward we'll look forward to seeing you then.
And so it's running from Monday to Saturday, 9th to the 14th, 7:30 p.m. And special price on Monday. Do people have to mention something?
They just need to say, yeah, if they ring up and book and they say, Monday night offer, they should be able to get tickets for £6. And after that, the tickets are £10 or £7 for concessions.
Great. So what we've been talking about is The Crossing by Tangle, written by Esther O Toole and directed by Anna Coombs. And the tour begins in Exeter at the Bike Shed, and then where do you take it?
Then on Tuesday 17th of April, we're bringing it up to London, and it's going to be at Theatre 503, which is a venue that really champions new work and new talent, and it's just across the bridge in Battersea, and that's the theatre that is perhaps known in the community because they won an Olivier Award last year for Best New Play for The Mountaintop, which was the story about Martin Luther King.
Right.
And that's actually where we did our very first stand-up reading of The Crossing in 2009 as well.
Great.
So we feel like we're coming home there too.
Yeah, fine. And lastly, can you put out the website where people can find out more?
Absolutely. If you go to www.tangle, Tangle, international.com, that's the theatre company's website, and all the details about both venues are there, and the play, and anything else that you might need to know.
And so you're on Facebook and Twitter?
We're on Facebook and Twitter, and you can also find details at the bikeshedtheatre.co.uk.
They've got a very good website.
They've got a lovely website, yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Esther and Anna, for telling us all about The Crossing by Tangle, and it should be an exciting week.
Yeah, thanks very much for having us, Martin.
Okay, pleasure.
Okay,
right, we've got
bye-bye now.
Got some more Ghanaian music now.